Hello, welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're reacting to Revy. Let's see what he has to say. Woke journalists betray Veilguard as shockingly low sales revealed. Yeah, gee, I wonder why.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today we're going to cover multiple topics, all revolving around wokeism and relatedly,
Wokeism.
journalists catching major L's. Now, to do that, we're going to start with some updates regarding Dragon Age: The Veilguard, which, as you can see, is around 33,000 in-game players
That
right
is
now, which is a
sad.
major disappointment for BioWare. In fact, this is the 2-week mark since the game has been released, and as I have covered this video, and for consistency's sake, I record around the same time every day. Each time I've covered
That's a mood.
the number of in-game players, as you can see, drops by about 10 to 20,000, and now we're dwindled all the way down to 30,000 in-game players during the middle of the day. This is a huge failure for BioWare. However, the reason this game was hyped up so much, especially was not only
IGN.
because of the successful franchise it was coming from, but also because games journalists were hyping this game up. IGN was probably the biggest culprit, giving this game a 9 out of 10 rating, praising everything about this game from the...
Well, the thing is, if they don't give them this high of a rating, they no longer qualify for the free game review. Water bottle. Like, that's the thing. Like, other, like, game journalists, actual game journalists, and YouTubers that actually criticize the games that they play and actually offer valid criticisms, they stated that they didn't get a copy of Dragon Age to review. They weren't even, like, put on the list. And when they reached out, they got told that they weren't going to get one because their reviews are too critical for their type of game. And I'm just like, what? So yeah, that's the reason why they don't like they have to give it this ridiculously high rating score, because if they do anything lower, and they no longer get one of these games from whatever fucking company this is. It sucks and it's ass, because it creates, then you, like, as IGN and other news journalists like Kotaku, lose standing and ground with people. And they don't start buying, excuse me, then they stop buying your garbage. And when you review a game like this, but then you go ahead and give Black Myth Wukong a 4, which in my opinion, it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 because of performance issues. Can't boot up the game on a 3060 without it fucking losing frames every time, and the voice lines desyncing, whether it's Chinese or English, just constantly desyncing from the video. Or the boss is being bugged where they don't take any damage even though I'm hitting their body. Yeah.
Combat, to the story and what have you, but they also made this very ominous headline saying, if we never get another Dragon Age, at least it got to go out on a high note with the Veilguard.
No, it didn't.
Now, it appears after 2 weeks, they have changed their minds. They got some cold feet, and now, like many other news outlets, they're turning on the Veilguard. Whether it's because they've...
He looks like the deep gnome from Baldur's Gate 3. He literally looks like the deep gnome from Baldur's Gate 3 that you save in the first act with the windmill.
Realize what everyone else already knew.
Hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just don't make it too obvious.
At least the average person, maybe they know more about the sales or something like that. But it seems like IGN and other journalists have turned on Veilguard, and you can see this article from yesterday completely flipping the script on how they view this game, saying, Dragon Age: The Veilguard is awkwardly in conflict with itself, torn into pieces that reflect a sequel to a decade-old RPG and a fresh beginning with no ties to what came before. So that is a complete departure from what they said in their 9 out of 10 rating, which, by the way, was higher than they rated Black Myth Wukong.
Like I said,
this is an issue for IGN. I don't know if it's because they have so many people working for them, they can't really have any consistency when it comes to talking about games because they don't even have any sort of communication amongst their own staff. But obviously, this is a bad look.
That's
You
a
completely
fucking
turned around and did
political
a
thing.
180 on how you're reviewing this game in the
PR.
course of 2 weeks. And it seems like IGN is just trying to jump on the bandwagon of people criticizing this game to save face. Now, they are catching some big L's at IGN, but honestly, Guardian is catching some even bigger L's right now. So a lot of people
The
are clowning
Guardian.
on this post. So Guardian News here reports why the Guardian is no longer posting on X. Now, the Guardian is an extremely woke news outlet who also has dabbled a bit into
They got community
game news.
noted.
Of course, all those articles are a complete joke, but you can see the initial response to this post. People saying not a fan of the fact checking, tired of getting community noted. This is an
Community
airport.
notes.
You don't have to announce departures. Now, what is the actual reason that
Yeah.
they're leaving? Well, it's not because of the very low engagement they have been getting on X ever.
We will stop posting from our official editor accounts on the platform, but X users can still share our articles. So that we will no longer post any official Guardian editorial accounts on the social media X, Twitter. Jesus fuck, it's been how long? Just call it X. We think that the benefits of being on X are now overweighed by the negatives, and that resources could be better used for promoting our. Where else are you gonna post that shit? Truth Social, where there are no gamers, or are they gonna go to Blue Sky, where they're gonna receive even more criticism because they don't want them on Blue Sky? all the people criticizing are going over to Blue Sky, so you're not gonna find shit there. So that's 3 already. I don't know what other one there could be. Guess the one that Snowden's on, fucking whatever it's called. This is something we have been considering for a while, given the often distribute platform, including far-right conspiracy theories and race. Oh, of course. It's because of the far-right conspiracy theories and the quote-unquote racism. Yeah, sure. The U.S. presidential election campaign served only to underline what we have considered for a long time. Oh, of course. It's because Trump won. Yeah, of course. That's why. You're afraid you'll get silenced. Yeah, even though Elon Musk has not done anything like that. The X is that is a fuck is this phrasing? Why the fuck did you add semicolons here? Or colons? If it's gonna be continued as part of the sentence, just put a fucking comma, dog. That X is a toxic media platform, and that its owner Elon Musk has been able to use it to influence and shape political discourse. Oh, you mean the fact that he's allowing free speech and you don't have defenders at X anymore? You mean that you're not buying people out at X to ban and blacklist all the people criticizing you? Damn, I didn't know free speech was toxic, but I guess when you have an authoritarian dictatorial mindset, the first thing you want gone is free speech.
Ever since Elon Musk took over, I mean, definitely not the reason, right, guys? They claim they're waving the white flag.
Oh no, it's there at the bottom.
This is something we have been considering for a while, given the often disturbing content promoted or found on the platform, including far-right conspiracy theories and racism. The presidential election campaign served only to undermine what we have considered for a long time, that X is a toxic media platform and that its owner, Elon Musk, has been able to use its influence to shape political discourse. Well, it sounds like people over at The Guardian are very upset about the election results, but on top of that, they're trying to blame the bigots for the reason that they're leaving, and that's just a cop-out. I
Not
think we
the
all know that
bigots.
Guardian can't get any engagement on Twitter. It's almost not even worth their time trying to promote their articles. And when they do promote articles that get more than 3 people to notice them on X, they end up getting made fun of and often community noted. We see this whole fact-checking
hilarious.
saying that they're afraid of continuing on X because they're just going to keep getting fact-checked. Well, that's very real because they get community noted very often, and it's not too surprising with the slop and clickbait they're trying to.
Maybe they should actually post real articles that are genuine and authentic. Maybe then they won't get community noted. Maybe if what they're trying to say isn't actual utter bullshit, maybe then they won't get community noted.
To promote. Now, this thread right here is definitely worth us taking a few minutes to really appreciate. It is very, very funny. So it says, in honor of The Guardian announcing it was leaving X, I thought it was the right time to look back on some of their classic headlines. Feel free to read some of these.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Guardian headlines from throughout the years. First up, is it okay for scientists to weep over climate change? The budget should be less macho. How about it, boys?
What? Wait, what? The budget should be less macho? What the fuck does that even mean? Stop calling women girls. It's either patronizing or sexually suggestive. Damn. I don't know how parents of children between the ages of 0, or rather 1 to or rather newborn to 12 feel about that. Because they're still technically women, they're just girls. Plus, some of these women, maybe they should stop acting like fucking children and they'll be called women instead of girls. That's a different thing. Yeah, that's a fucking weird one. It's patronizing. No one gives a shit. No real woman gives a shit. A real woman that's in a relationship, a happy relationship, wants to be called, wants this title. Yeah, she's my girl. That's what they want to hear when they're in a relationship. Yeah, she's my girl. That's my girl over there. God, I love her. It's so fucking weird, it's dog.
Patronizing or sexually suggestive. That's a strange thing to say. Barbecue is an American tradition of enslaved Africans and Native Americans.
What? People all over the world have been having barbecues. What? Then what the fuck is Korean barbecue? What? It literally has the word Korean. Bruh.
There's no reason to debate guacamole. It's already been gentrified beyond good taste. What straight...
What? I don't know how I feel about that one, considering that's my people's food. But alright.
Men don't understand about lesbians.
Oh no, we understand quite a bit. Trust me. Trust me. The hub category speaks for itself. And what?
Can foie gras ever be ethical? And I looked this up. Apparently it is a French cuisine. I don't really understand what they're trying to say here, but here's the next one. My toddler is vegan. What's the problem?
There was an entire House episode dedicated to that. Literally, they had to separate it because the child was malnourished and it suffered from a genetic thing where their liver was shrinking due to malnutrition and the genetic issue. So that was just funny. So House literally told the parents, he's like, you're gonna have to stuff them with meat because of the high protein that it has. in order to keep your child alive to make up for the lack of this protein that your child doesn't have due to this health complication that it was born with. And they were like, okay, we'll stop making our child be vegan. Like, oh man.
The problem is you probably led them into that, but given the current identity politics on social media and in the news, this is not the worst result we could have had with someone proclaiming their toddler or something. But anyways, the next one is a series of articles about quinoa, which apparently is a big hot topic in whatever side of the internet the Guardian's from. Help,
Then,
is quinoa killing the planet?
then
Quinoa,
quinoa
good,
seed?
evil, or just really complicated? Can vegans stomach the unpalatable truth about quinoa? I dread the day.
Quinoa sa.
I don't want to read that.
What the
I
fuck?
don't want that to leave my voice here. I don't want to be attached to this title in any sort of a way. This is a very bizarre and disturbing title from The Guardian here.
Yeah, that's
Here's the next
weird.
one saying, bottling the smell of the dead won't capture their essence. Teaching my daughter to cook does not make me a bad feminist. Oh my god.
What?
Just how... Oh god.
What?
I created the ISIS dildo flag at London Pride to start a dialogue, not to get a laugh. The next one. If the personal is political, is it ever okay to want a spanking? Let's get it on. The race of the world.
That's a no, according to the Clintons. Am I right, fellas?
I'm assuming best condom. Why sack aging sexists? Send them
What?
to rehab instead. The
What?
Herschel backpack, how Generation Y carries capitalism's mythologies. Why do women lie more than men? Because we're nicer. Written by a woman,
No.
of course. Yes, I'm a tree hugger, and you should be too. A moment that changed me. The man who forgot we'd had sex.
Bro, that's sad.
Another woman posting their L's, apparently.
That's
The next one, the royal baby should give Labor a bounce, not the conservatives. Whatever that means. Feminists don't hate men, but it wouldn't matter if we did.
Oh, yeah,
Mornings
sure.
are full of terror, and turning on the radio only makes things worse.
Who still listens to radio?
Very unwell mentally. That's the impression
I
I'm getting reading
agree.
articles.
These are
Here's a few more.
fucking weird ass articles.
When it comes
dog.
to sexual desirability, balls are often treated as an afterthought. Thanks for your contribution, Mike Berry.
Wait. We can't reimagine testicles as more than an unavoidable component of reproduction or a crude description of bravery. What? Oh, I guess grow a pair? Yeah. This reminds me. I saw a fucking thing. It's essentially like a dildo, but it attaches to your balls and it has these holes on the side so that way your balls feel something, because apparently your testicles have way more nerve endings and are way more sensitive. Yeah, go figure. Who would have guessed? So that way when you're doing the deed, you can use your balls to fucking do it. I saw that shit and I thought that's fucking hilarious, dude. People have way too much time on their hands.
The Whiteness Project will make you wince because white people can be rather awful. The least racist woke person ever. The trouble with cupcakes. That's
Bro,
it.
not the
That's
cupcakes,
a
dog.
real doozy. Simon Danzig, MP, has watched Poontang. Should we care? Probably not. But this is the one people have been pointing to, by the way. Okay, so like jokes aside, cringy headlines aside, this one is so disturbing. Again, you can just read it for yourself. I'm not putting these words out there.
Yes, that's a simple
this
yes.
Is a real article from The Guardian. I went and checked.
That is fucking
Yes,
wild.
it
Are
is
they
still
defending
publicly
it?
visible on their site. These people.
What? fuck am I reading? This is fucking disgusting, dog. You're going to the pit. I'm sure you're going to the pit.
People are demons. These people are disgusting. The
No,
fact that they
don't
post stuff like this,
pair
beyond
them up
gross.
with
But that's
my
enough of the
people and
Guardian,
my
okay? Their
children.
time on Twitter has come to an end, and good riddance. Nobody cares.
I need to pause real quick. I can't read or see shit. One of the perks of needing glasses being blind, I can't fucking see a thing without them. There we go. After spending a day with South of Midnight, who? Clear that developer Huh? What? Slowed down one bit and it went from mild curiosity. American Deep South. What?
But let's return to IGN. So they released this article yesterday as well, saying after spending a day with South of Midnight, it's clear that developer Compulsion Games' innovation streak, see contrast in We Happy Few, hasn't slowed down one bit. And I went from mild curiosity to full-blown hype for this unique action-adventure game set in American Deep South. Now, this is a sweet baby client right here, Compulsion Games. And a lot of people have been talking about South of Midnight, thinking it's going to be another DEI disaster. But the reason I bring this up is for two particular reasons. Number one, as Savvy points out here, the writer of that article was famously known for saying that Concord could go the distance. Obviously, I don't trust too much about what they're saying involving gaming, if that's the sort of attitude they have. But I also bring up South of Midnight and Compulsion Games because they were recently visited by Alyssa Mercante, who is a very infamous former Kotaku editor. As you can see,
Kotaku. Wait. Rolling Stone, Kotaku, Jezebel, Gamers Radar, and Jalopnik. I don't know what that one is. Kotaku's dying. Jezebel died. Rolling Stone, no one gives a shit about unless you're a boomer. Games Radar, I've never even heard of. And this one is beyond unheard of.
Former Kotaku editor, as you can see, we talked about this the other day. She has left the company to pursue whatever passions she is now more interested in. And of course, in true professional nature, she tries to make this some kind of an own. But at the same time she made her announcement, there was another round of layoffs at Kotaku.
Oh, gee.
Related. Who knows? But at this point, Kotaku
Probably
has been completely stripped to about a handful of editors. Honestly, their time is looking pretty nigh at the moment. But what about Alyssa? Well, it appears she has absorbed the new role of a freelance journalist, going around and giving some contributions to other
journalism.
sites like Rolling Stone. She made this absolute banger titled Halo 2 is a classic, but its development was a mess. Thank you. Very hot topic right now. Halo 2 development. Yeah, the fact that I see Alyssa Mercante like related in any sort of a way to Halo 2 is just destroying my childhood. So let's just move on from that. So what else is she doing? Well, apparently she's trying to live out her dreams as a freelance journalist and also a content creator. She announced only yesterday that she is now launching a Patreon where she'll be posting free stories and some longer form paywalled ones. Now, all of this
not to mention
really
ass
funny
pics,
because for months, maybe even years at this point, she has been attacking her critics, especially YouTubers and other content creators like that, calling them grifters, right? Saying that they're basically just doing X, Y, or Z for money. And
honey, with the amount of fucking companies, journalism companies you worked for, you're the grifter, bitch. You're the real grifter.
Here she is essentially trying to do the same thing. I mean, it's not exactly too surprising if you've
Putting
been paying
future
attention
ass
to
pics
her
behind the
posts on social
paywall.
media. She's been
Yeah,
trying
no
to
one wants to
promote
see your
her
crusty
streams
ass.
on Twitch where she's doing all kinds of content. It seems very obvious that a lot of her animosity towards content creators is just a bunch of projection, because it seems like this is something she's wanting to do. She wants to go out and be a content creator, but she hasn't been able to do it successfully. And now that she is out of Kotaku and looking, I guess, for some money, she's trying to give this a real go. And I think it is a very funny thing. And also with no confidence in her post, because it only gets 44 likes on her account with nearly 20,000 followers, really shows you how much interest people actually have in anything beyond her dog water articles.
Yeah.
But she says, putting future ass pics behind a paywall. So within literally 2 seconds of trying to get people to show their interest in something
literally
outside of what she normally does,
same day. Holy
she has
shit.
to basically lure people in with pictures of her body. And as you can see, the first reply here saying, so is there an option to pay to make you put your clothes back on? And that almost is ratioing her, despite the fact
Oh,
she's
that's
turned off
hilarious,
the
dog.
replies. Now, going to her Patreon here, she has 2 posts, and you can see the membership options. The first one, official mercenary, and it is captioned grifter enraged. Again, more projection about the whole grifting angle here. That's not too surprising. But if you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see one of her first free public posts. And of course, as promised, it is a half-naked photo of her, and I don't need to subject you guys to that. And it's just very odd, because
that's sad.
She's paywalling some of her freelance endeavors, but apparently the pictures of her body are for free. So in a sense, worthless. They have no value. But that's interesting. But
just like her.
Moving forward here, Cabrutus has the best approach.
Oh no, not Cabrutus. Ah, shit. You know you're fucked when Cabrutus is fucking roasting you. We love Cabrutus. You guys gotta stop giving this so much relevance to this woman.
You don't remember who Cabrutus is. He is a content creator as well. He is the creator of the DI Detected website, as well as Sweet Baby Inc. Detected, the Steam group. And he says this,
sir.
Alyssa trending in the hashtags.
God, I still remember the fact that they tried to get him banned off of Steam with mass reports. And everyone was like telling Steam, yo, if you ban this dude, we're coming for blood.
You guys got to stop giving this much relevance to this woman, just saying. And honestly, I think that is the attitude moving forward. I mean, on this channel, we've talked about Alyssa, and a lot of other content creators have talked about her and her hijinks over at Kotaku and on social media. And I think at this point, now that she is doing this whole freelance arc, and it seems like she's trying to achieve her content creation goals here, I think this is the perfect time to just kind of wipe our hands clean. I think we just let her fall into obscurity at this point, because
I don't even
what
visit
else
the
does she
trending
have? She's
section
trying
on
to get
Twitter.
attention more now than ever. She's even unblocking people like Vera Dark, trying to stir up more drama with her and doing things like that. It's becoming very, very clear very, very quickly that she is relying on attention, and at this point giving kind of
she's an attention seeker.
And the relevance she's had with Kotaku and some of the Gamergate drama, we're at a natural stopping point where I think it's okay to just pack it up and let her just do her thing at this point. I mean, what else is there to say?
Let her be an
She
online
needs the
slut.
attention more now than ever, and they're not really going to find any here. But that's going to do it for this video. A lot of journalists.
I thought there was even more.
Which is always a good thing. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys
That's
enjoyed the video.
fucking wild.
I'll see you next time.
That's fucking wild, dude. Trump announces
All right,
what?
so here's the
Shit, now stop. Literally clicked
Hey, what's up, guys?
cancel.
Up here.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. Good. These fucking fake journalism companies need to fucking die for their incessive pandering and shit, dog. Like, look, they get fired and then they need to resort to selling their bodies online. That's, oh, but we shouldn't objectify women Meanwhile, woman objectifying herself. 2 posts on Patreon, and one of them is literally her objectifying her body. That is wild. Like, you can't make the argument that you can't objectify women when it's women objectifying themselves. But yeah, I mean, this is the only recourse that they have. This is literally their only fallback plan if they get fired from these companies. To literally just start selling nudies, start selling them noodles online, showing off the bajumbas and the bungholios. Look at this shit, dog. She's collecting woke news journal sites like they're fucking infinity stones. Yeah, let me know what y'all think of this. I'm glad they're fucking just dying, dude. I'm glad. They've made shitty fucking games. Every time they insert themselves into anything, the game goes to shit, the company goes to shit. Are perfect examples of that. And then when people point that out, they immediately cry and start attacking others. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of React. Like, subscribe, and comment, and be sure to visit the lovely Rev Says Desu. Make sure to watch the video if you're curious. Like and subscribe. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what y'all think, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.